Alright, welcome to Fat Boy's Garden. This is Saturday, day before Easter. And I'm going to give you a update of my garden so far. This might be the first one that I've done, but I've been real busy. Got some potatoes that I planted back on February the 19th. Those are doing really well. Look at those leaves. They are just growing like crazy. And I changed up the dirt in that a little bit. I got a combination of, I think I got Miracle-Gro in there, and then I amended it with some composted cow manure, along with, I believe I put some chicken manure in there as well. So I may have over-fertilized, but we're going to see. And then I did something a little bit different this year. Instead of layering the seed potatoes, I only put 3 seed potatoes in each bucket. And we're going to see what happens this year with my harvest. Last year I didn't get much of a harvest, so we're going to see what happens this year with my harvest. Here's some broccoli that I planted. And now that it's warmed up a lot, this broccoli has really taken off. I don't have any heads forming yet, but it's doing really well. Over here I've got some tiger collards. I'm probably going to harvest a few of those leaves tomorrow and do something with them. And just see what happens there. And then down here I've got some spinach. I just noticed that. Got some spinach that I planted, and it was still cold when I planted it, and it pretty much died off. But there's a volunteer spinach plant there. Isn't that something? And then down here, we're gonna come back to this right here, but down here I've got some stir-fry broccoli, and I was kind of concerned because I didn't know how it grows. But once I cut the crowns off, see, we've already harvested all of the crowns. Once I harvested those crowns, these little side shoots started popping up. So now I see why they call it stir-fry. I've got all these little side shoots that have popped up. So we got some more broccoli coming. And then down here was where I planted that radish. And I kind of sort of been waiting on this buddy of mine, because I don't eat radish, but I love planting it because it's so easy. But there's what it looked like before I harvested these buckets. And I was kind of concerned that it was going to go bad, because look at how tall that greenery is on there. And I really didn't know what to expect since they were so tall. But I have just gotten a boatload of radishes. So I've got to go and deliver that to my truck driving buddy. He's in town for the Easter holiday. So I'm going to take that to him. And then over here, I planted some garlic. I planted this garlic last Sunday. And look at that. It's already sprouting. It is already sprouting, and I just planted that last Sunday. So it looks like my garlic is off to a good start. And then over here, my peas, I replanted some more peas in there. But I've already got some peas that I planted all the way back in January. And I thought it was a little early for them because they just weren't doing much of nothing. And when it warmed up, these peas have just really taken off. So I hope to have me some peas here soon. I don't have any flowers on there. Yeah, I got a few flowers on there, so we might be starting to get a few peas here soon. But yeah, those are doing really well. A lot better than what I anticipated. And over there is Mr. Milo. He's waiting to go back in the house. He doesn't like being outside too much. But I'm making him stay outside with me this morning. And then over here is some plants that I bought this stuff yesterday at Lowe's. So I'm going to try to get this put in the ground. I got some squash, got some zucchini, got a couple of green pepper plants, eggplant. And then over here is some seedlings that I planted. I decided, since I'm not ready to use this raised bed yet, I'll use it to grow some seedlings. So my seedlings are really off to a slow start, but I've got some stuff that's actually breaking ground there. So that's a good thing. I've actually got some stuff that's breaking ground. So hopefully we'll get something out of that. And then probably the next thing I got to start worrying about is my blueberry bush. I really need to go ahead on and get the bird, what do they call it? The bird netting over this. Because if you look right there, there's some blueberries. And once those birds get a hint of that, they're gonna start eating them. So I'm gonna get my bird netting put over that today. Well, that's it for my little spring garden. I got a lot more planting to get done today. And I've got all of that stuff up there on the hill up there. I'm gonna go ahead on. The only thing I got left to do up there is hook up my wire and turn the power on. And then I'm gonna get some stuff planted up there. And that's gonna do it for now. Well, let's take a little quick walk up here, because there's something up there I want you guys to see that I picked up a couple weeks ago. So we're gonna try something new here. I got another experiment that I'm gonna try. And as you can see, like right there, where the squirrels have been kind of jumping in the buckets, where they're gonna be in for a shocker as soon as I plug that wire up. They're gonna be in for a shocker. So we're gonna get that finished up today, because I gotta get stuff planted up here. But here's what I wanted to show you guys. Came across me some horse manure. So I've got all of these buckets of horse manure that I've just kind of sort of just let sit here. I'm gonna let that stuff break down, and hopefully by the fall time I'll be putting some horse manure in my garden. So I can't wait for that. That's my excitement up here. But you gotta notice the other thing up here. It's much cleaner up here now than it has been in recent years, because I've really been cutting back this kudzu, and looks like for the spots that I'm trying to go in, I'm winning the battle against the kudzu. I just got to cut some of these vines out of here, because this is where I'm actually going to try to put a greenhouse at up here. And for those of you that don't know what kudzu is, that's kudzu. It will absolutely kill a tree. And there's really no way to kill it other than to keep cutting it back. You cut the root in several places, because kudzu will rejoin, and it just tears up a tree. There's a full-grown tree that's completely rotted out now, and that tree is just barely hanging on. That's because the kudzu has completely choked it. And that's what I battle with. I've been in my house here for about 21 years. And this whole area up here, including down there, was nothing but kudzu. Nothing but kudzu. So I've been slowly but surely fighting that kudzu and getting parts of my backyard back. And right there is where I've got my power at that I ran earlier this year. And that's why I say these squirrels are gonna be in for the shocker of their life. Well, this is TJ from Fat Boys Garden. We'll see you next time.